Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dice, aka Dicem, and today we got another banger of a video, and I am coming in with the Skar King video. I've been waiting to make this one for a while now, so let's get it. Skar King from GXK. What exactly is he? Where does he come from? And what does he want? Let's get it. Let's go. If you're interested, stay tuned, you mean? Anyways, Dicem. Let's go. So, Skar King is in fact a simian titan. He is a great ape titan. He is believed to be a Titanus Kong, or at least a subspecies, or some sort of close relative. Skar King is very reminiscent of a Kong by design. He, of course, appears to be some sort of ape, some sort of simian, and he is, of course, self-aware and intelligent. He is a biped and an ape that presumably shares a lot of its DNA, if not all of its DNA, with the Titanus Kong species. And the only members of the Titanus Kong species or subspecies or relative group that we've seen that do not resemble gorillas like Kong, but more so resemble orangutan, are Zuko and Skar King himself. And Zuko is said to be the presumed offspring of Skar King. In fact, it's mentioned in the novelization that he is, in fact, Skar King's son. During his prime, Skar King threatened to take over the entire surface world and Hollow Earth, and him and his army of Titanus Kong invaded the surface world, where they had absolutely wreaked havoc. Capable of complex thoughts and emotions, the great apes were winning the war against the Titans on the surface because they were in fact extremely intelligent, capable of complex reasoning and complex strategy using complex skill. Now the thing is, Godzilla and the other Titans likely ganged up on and teamed up against Skar King and his army in order to actually imprison him specifically alongside his followers within the Hollow Earth, where they could not escape until the time was right for them to breach and come back to the surface. The ability to enslave other Titans and create primitive and complex tools actually gave the Titanus Kong an immense advantage in the Titan War. Skar King is massive at 318 feet tall while standing as a biped on two legs, though he can often move around walking on his knuckles like an orangutan or a silverback gorilla, apes of that nature. Now, of course, Skar King is an immensely powerful villain. He is dope. He is one of my personal favorite MonsterVerse villains. I loved all of the MonsterVerse villains starting all the way back in 2014 with the Mutos, and then we got the Step Up the Muto Prime that wasn't shown on film and whatever, and then you got so many others. Even just counting the ones from the movies, just counting the ones from the films exclusively, I still think Skar King is just brutal. He's savage. He's truly barbarous, like actually like a barbarian and a complete berserker in terms of how he is as a Titan. He is a ruthless, cruel leader who kills his own kind to assert his dominance, as we see in the beginning of the movie, towards the beginning half, where we actually see Skar King's introduction. We see that there are many great ape heads planted on stakes in the ground, and we see that Skar King can even withstand Godzilla's atomic breath grazing him. And this is the amped atomic breath, the evolved Godzilla atomic breath, the purple beam. His endurance is off the charts. He could even take multiple attacks from Kong, even though Kong is bulkier and much more so in his prime. Now, of course, Skar King is a great competitor. He is definitely one to challenge the throne, and he definitely, most certainly, is malevolent. When it comes to the villains within the Kong movies, I love the Skullcrawlers, I love the Warbats, and now I think Skar King is probably my favorite when it comes to Kong villains. But overall, with MonsterVerse villains in general, I still think he's up there. He is the king of the Kongs. Skar King studied and closely observed Kong whenever he entered the Hollow Earth, because he was a Kong from Skull Island that was a descendant of the Kongs that were exiled to Skull Island. Kong is bulkier and stronger physically, but the thing is, Skar King is no slouch, and he's definitely quicker, and he has the War Titan Shimo at his command. The crystal causes great pain to Shimo, using pain as a way to influence her to do Skar King's bidding and to enact his will. And as you see, Skar King was killed and dethroned by the combined efforts of Shima, once freed, and Kong himself. Skar King met King Kong and they had a battle for the ages, where in the end Skar King was of course dethroned and Kong became the king of the Kongs. It's been your boy Dice, and I'm outie.